Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this short video, I'm just going to discuss the current community burnout that is happening. Some of you may have heard it, some of you may be talking about it already. So in the background, don't worry about it. I'm just going to be walking around like, doing ley lines, etc. But I wanted to just have this discussion because I also, at one point, wanted to quit this game too. After I had finished everything in Mondstadt and in Liyue, all the world quests. Obviously, I didn't get every single chest or anything like that, but everything major I did already. Even to this day, I'm still finding some chests that I didn't get, even though I have 100% on all my world maps already for Liyue and Mondstadt. But it happens. So I just want to put that out there. Like, why do you think we're experiencing the community burnout? Now, I know, number one, many of you guys are going to say because of the recent anniversary drama. This video is not going to be about that. I do talk about that a little bit in other anniversary-related videos. Do check them out in my videos. But I want to just point it out that drama or not, anniversary rewards or not, that's not the reason why people are burning out, obviously. So that's why I want to focus on why people are burning out and why that may be a case for some people. I actually, quite honestly, have felt it before, as I said, and I'm currently feeling it a little bit right now too. To the point where, like I'm kind of taking more of a really chill and relaxed approach to playing this game now. Instead of speeding through everything like my normal way of, doing it would be, so the reason why I feel many people are burned out is originally, for those of you who have been playing this game as long as I have, I started since end of 1.0 through to now, basically. So early 1.1 till now. And realistically, I will say, it's burnout because there's a lot to do in the game. That's one of the benefits and the fantasies of an open world game, right? That's for sure. But once you do it all, and then during the periods where there's not much to do, you are bored. I will be honest with you. Yes, you could be farming, you can be pre-farming, you could be min-maxing, you could be getting more and more better artifacts and equipment and stuff like that, right? But then, like, there are times where I feel like it is actually quite boring. There is not much more to do. So that's just where I'm coming from. This does not mean the game is bad. It does not mean it's not well designed. It does not mean I don't have fun and enjoy the game. It just means that, there are lulls in the game, and that's with anything, right? And also people get bored, right? That's just how the reality of the world works. The current burnout is also the exhaustion. For those of you who have been part of this journey, we just, I know that a lot of people were clamoring for, more content, more content, more content. When this Inazuma dropping? This was around the 1.4, when a lot of YouTubers, Twitch streamers, other players were quitting the game. And they were very open about it too, okay? A lot of the ones that I followed quit as well. So that's just the reality, and there's no guarantee that everyone's going to stick around forever, but then that is just the reality. And again, that was the time when I contemplated quitting too because I was bored. And I do talk about this a little bit in my filler patch video. Do check that out, please. So currently, even though we got all this content now with Inazuma, why is the community still burning out? In a way, it's a lot of, it's kind of like what we don't have, we want, and it's always greener pastures, if you understand what I'm saying when I say that. Because, like, when we don't have something, we want it. But when we get it, we're not satisfied. Or we get bored of it fast. And that's kind of just the mentality I feel. I'm not blaming the community at all, okay? This is just human nature, okay? I am not blaming MiHoYo either. I'm just saying why the community feels this way. Right now, we got basically like an overload. Ever since 2.0 with Inazuma, we have lots and lots of content. To the point where, we were all basically like trying to play catch up for everything, right? Like even I would argue even at 1.6 during the Midsummer Island adventure with Klee's adventure, because there was such a rush to get it all done before that content disappeared, right? And then 2.0 dropped, and then we got 3 islands, and there's all this stuff that you have to farm and prepare for if you wanted to get, like, Ayaka and Yoimiya and all these characters, right? So then, like, Sayu, and which we all have, right? Or have gone for those of you who did. And then now we got 2.1, and then of course Raiden was a huge hit. She's the highest selling, and I talk about the sales as well, highest selling character to date. And then like, now we have Kokomi, who's not popular, and then now hence we're entering this whole phase again, where people are not satisfied with the game content, or that they're bored and there's nothing else to do. For people that speedrun the game, they already did everything. They even like basically got all the chests and solved all the world quests and got everything for the new 2 islands that we got already. So like it's just to the point where like there's not much like people that speed through this game will not have much more to do, and those people will definitely be burned out because speeding through itself is burning out. Although I'm now a content creator, I was not always such. And I know other content creators, they do speed through because their content relies on creating guides and talking about strategies and talking about the game, etc., right? So then, like, those people, obviously, I would say that they could feel burned out as well because they feel that it's part of, it's in a way, it's like a vicious cycle, right? They're speeding through the game so they can create content for their videos. But of course, they get lots of likes and obviously, they make money from it. So then it's like a vicious cycle because they're burning through the game, and that's fine. I mean, I guess with the money to motivate you, you can continue doing that. That's fine. I'm not monetized. I can be very honest with you because I'm very new and I just started this journey with YouTube and Twitch. So then, like, I'm just talking about this openly from where I'm standing. It's just that there's just so much to do. Even right now, if you look on these 2 islands, I have not fully explored them yet. The Watatsumi Island and Seirei Island, I have not fully explored them. These other 3, I have explored them and I've been very open about it. I'm missing one enhanced chest, right? But then like it is what it is. I'm missing one, and I don't really want to figure out where it is. I can't figure it out, so that's just what it is. But then like there's just so much to do, and then like of course the events are fun, but there's also some really boring events as well. But right now with the 2.1 Moon Chase Festival, it's actually quite interesting, and definitely do it. And do check out my videos about the luxurious Sea Lord, etc., because that is the weapon to get now, and I'm working on it as well. But and I will say like the anniversary aside, people are just getting bored, I think. Because how many times can you redo like the same commissions? Can you farm for ore? Can you go farm the daily artifact runs? People are getting bored. And as we also know, with Inazuma's story at the end of the Archon quest in 2.1, basically coming to an end. Spoiler alert, but Yai Miko even says like the next journey location should be Sumeru, right? I'll do some videos about that too. But regardless, yeah, like it sounds like we're now going to be in this rut where we're going to be stuck with possible reruns. And again, I talked about this too in my 2.2 reruns banner prediction, and I just released a few videos today with Ganyu and Xiao. Do check them out, but I previously did it for Hu Tao and Child, right? So then, like, like they're eventually going to go back through reruns again, and then we're going to be doing similar, in a way, a lot of the events are just reiterations of previous events that they're just improving on or varying, to give variation for, based on, basically success or whatever, right? But some of the events are really easy, like the expedition quest that we just recently did. They're not really real events either. Like some of them, like for example, the double ley line or the double town, those are definitely appreciated. They're definitely necessary, but they're not really events. And sometimes at the end and the beginning of certain patches and the end of certain patches, there are no actual events happening. It can get really boring. But I want to throw out a positive here. These are the times for people to just take a break and to chill and also to save up the primogems or to, just focus on building their existing characters. That's what I was doing. And also for myself, before I became a content creator on YouTube and Twitch, I was also like, fixing my account, so to speak. I created content for myself as a player by simply, resin refreshing. Now, I don't recommend that, but I do talk about it in my resin refresh video. Now, I will say this recent week, actually, I have started to not resin refresh to the maximum. I have lowered it. Some days I don't resin refresh at all. I just come on here, make a few videos actually, and play my commissions, and then go and, move on and just really focus on doing other things in real life. And that's okay too. The game is meant to be played casually, So don't feel that you have to, for those of you who are feeling burnt out, you can take a break, okay? I have some viewers who have mentioned that, as well, that they may be quitting, that they may want to take a break, and I recommend that. Take a break. Go do something else. What kept me going before I quit 1.4 was that the hope of 2.0, right? The hope of Inazuma coming. And also for myself to create content for myself was, like I said, I resin refreshed for the last few months just so that I could give myself something more to do. And realistically, that's not for everybody, of course, because resin refreshing costs Genesis crystals, costs money. I don't recommend that for anybody. But, I mean, I love this game, and I'm willing to continue sticking it out. But it is a long haul now. It is no longer where I have to speed through everything. That's why I didn't bother speeding through the last the newest 2 islands. I actually didn't even, if you look, I didn't even do Kokumi's story quest yet. She's the last story quest, and normally I just do them right away. And this is like one. Sorry, this is one that I want to go not to this. Sorry, I keep going to the wrong menu. This one. Yeah, see, her thing is not even done yet. I've unlocked it, but I haven't even done it yet. Right. I only do the events that are time limited, such as currently the moon chase one, and anything else that's time limited I will do. But things that are permanent, including exploring those final two islands and getting all the electroculuses and stuff like that, I didn't bother. Because you know what, Inazuma is going to be permanent, right? So yeah, and then we're not going to get Sumeru until way later, okay? If you think about it, at launch, we had Mondstadt and Liyue, I guess, at 1.0, 1.1, and then now at 2.0, which is technically 1.7, right? We got Inazuma, right? And then Inazuma obviously continued for 2.1, which is why they're staggering the release, and 2.2 likely, again, no leaks here, but likely they're going to release the final island of Inazuma to make it a full 6, right? But then there's probably going to be something else that's going to happen there too. And they're just going to keep expanding, and there's potential for the chasm in the future. This will be talked about in Sumeru as well, that it's potential that it's going to be like a DLC like Dragon Spine, right? And also like the 1.6 Midsummer Island Adventure. So, there's going to be content flowing through, but I don't recommend people to burn out or to speed through unless you really have nothing else to do. I recommend just maybe playing other games or like focusing on something else in your life, and then not focusing on the negativity either. The community is awesome. I want to make it clear, but there's also some negativity in there, and not to be a part of it or not to really focus too much on that. There's other things. At the end of the day, this is a game and it's for entertainment only. Just play it casually and just take it as such. If you don't want to support it any further, then don't play it anymore. And I don't say that because of whatever. I say that as in like, don't play it literally, because like, go play something else. Like, take your mind off of it. That's what I mean. Okay? Or like, don't spend money on the game then. Like, don't, like, just play F2P, just play casually. I know definitely some people close to me, they play super casually. They literally log on, collect any daily stuff that they can collect, and then they quit, and then they stop the game, for the day, and then that's it. Or some people, they just stopped altogether, and then they're considering rejoining the game and doing that reunion bonus thing where you get like 14 days of, extra events right now, or extra items. Yeah, so like, I would recommend just, again, taking a break from the game is fine. It's totally fine. You're not missing anything. And even if you miss some stuff in between, it's okay. Like, the permanent content will still be there. So don't worry about it. So I just want to address the community burnout because I've been seeing other people talking about it. This is my take on it, and I just want to share my experience as someone who was burnt out. I am currently feeling burnt out as well. I want to be very honest too. Again, there is so much that has happened. We are currently leveling up like the Luxurious Sea Lord, which is the thing. But we just finished leveling up, and for those of you who failed the Engulfing Lightning 50/50, you would have gone Enforged. That's something else to level up that I haven't done yet either, right? These are not requirements, but you feel like obligated, right? What else did we get? Oh, and if you got the Engulfing Lightning, like myself, then you leveled that up, right? If you also finished the fishing thing, you got the catch as well. That's something to level up, right? If you collected all the characters like myself, you would have gotten Raiden, you would have gotten Kujosara, you would have gotten Ayaka, you would have gotten Yoimiya and Sayu, and now Kokomi, right? And of course, we got a free Aloy. Like, that's a lot of characters to level up and to farm stuff for. Because as you know, to level up a character, you have to go through the character themselves, which means you have to get like hero's wits and adventure experience. Then you have to get them a weapon, right? And level that up with Mystic Ore. And Mystic Ore is very hard to come by, even though it's free, but you're limited to 30 Mystic Ore a day craftable, or the equivalent at the lower rank. And then you have to go and farm their artifacts and hope that you get good pieces and then level them up. And then you have to worry if you've got constellations or not. Maybe that's something separate, but something. Then you have to do their talents as well and level that up. There's a lot of farming and grinding, And then, of course, Mora is always a constant thing. Like you just saw right now, I was leveling up and, trying to grind for my, ley lines, basically, because I'm out of Mora, So it's a lot, okay? It can burn you out, and it can also make you really annoyed and also kind of bored, because as we also know, the rewards that are given, not because of anniversary for whatever reason, but I'm just talking about events in general, they give very little, okay? They give you like a few pieces here and there. They have, of course, increased it over time now, but they don't really give you much. Like 3 heroes wits, for example. Like the gems are fine, the money is okay, but like 3 heroes wits, like come on, can you not round it up to like 5? Can you not round it up to 10? Like 3 is nothing. Do you know what I mean? For example, 2, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, It could just because inflation is real here, you know, and like we got all these characters and weapons to level up. So anyway, that's just my little rant. Anyway, if you guys like this kind of video or like me talking about any of this other content, please like, subscribe, and leave me some comments. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.